Morning,
Hi,
Gabe.
everybody. We're here.
Good
It's
morning.
Sunday.
It's Sunday. Grab your coffee and your questions.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Gates. Ugh,
Yeah.
icky. Exploratory Committee for Florida. I don't
Oh,
think.
poor Florida's had enough. Why
I
would
don't.
you do
I
that?
don't. I don't think Matt's going to be around for any kind of office soon.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be going through some things.
That's true. We're all going through some things.
Some of the people are so fed up they want to expel half the people that are crazy.
Well, they couldn't hurt anything.
Georgie Santos and
Mm-hmm.
the latest with him, he wants to. If the Republicans work a deal with the Democrats, he said he'll resign.
Yeah,
Go
he
away,
made.
then. Go away. Then. You may.
Well, he also had what 5 sane Republicans in his around him. Yes, Matt Gates can go away.
Well,
5
they do.
Republicans said they wanted him out now. They said if you had any sense, you'd get out now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We could trade him a Menendez for a DeSantos. Just, you get rid of yours, and we'll get rid of ours, and we'll see who wins.
Oh, there's a lot of talk about that, Karen.
Mm-hmm.
About that behind the scenes, there has been talk about bringing in Liz Cheney. There's talk about making the current temp guy have some powers, at least get something done.
No, they really want to watch that because right now, if God forbid anything happened to both Kamala and Biden at the same time, he would not get the seat. The seat would go to the head of the woman who's the head of the Senate. So
Um, yeah, what's her name?
Murray from
Yeah, Murray. Yeah. Um,
God. I thought when I finished civil studies, civil civics, I wouldn't have to remember that crap. But
yeah, I can't remember her name. Murray. Yeah, she's blondish or
mm-hmm.
grayish blonde. Yeah. Yeah, the order. Can Trump be charged with treason even if he's not alive? Patty Murray. Yeah, thanks, Karen. uh, usually, usually charges go away when someone passes. So you were saying you wanted to toss in the garden about
Yes,
the
yes,
future progress or something?
yes. Let me get us to the right place. Yay! It worked. Okay.
And what was your inspiration to think about here with the garden?
The garden. I'm going to say about kind of the temperament and patterns of the next 3 months. Not just what does the garden see for all of us kind of moving forward. And I realize everybody has their own paths, and I live in Texas, and I don't live in Gaza or places like that are going to be horrible. But just see what the stones read for us for the next. Let's do 3 months, okay, Scott? That works.
Okay.
Well, the grounding fell in Crown Enlightenment, sort of rolled off of it actually. Okay. For those of you who don't know the garden, this is my garden, and these are the basic elements: fire, water, air, earth, and then all around it are chakras and things that happen to us. And the stones represent body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. So we're going to read our bodies and water. Good place for it to be. there's going to be a lot more grounding. Things are going to happen that are make people get back to real basics. That's part of what's going to be going on. The mind is in a great place. It's in the tree of life. And we're going to be opening up to some radiant guidance. I think things are not that they're going to look brilliant, but I think people are going to start to look for higher levels of vibrations to work with. That's what the mind's telling me. Spirit is in air. And spirit is what's going to transform our thinking. So the more you can get out of letting the day-to-day news drag you down, the closer you're going to be getting to moving forward, because it's transforming us right now. And we have clarity between the path forward, which is here, and false. And the clarity is telling us that more abundance is going to be created out of these times, but it's because we're going to be seriously reconsidering our values and what we do value and what we do put emphasis on. And winning isn't going to be everything when you get this point in your reading. And then the crown chakra has our grounding element in it, which is good. Okay, this is a great one. It says this is gives confidence in our ability to connect the energies. So this is saying our mind's going to be all important, that we're going to be able to take the energies of the changing and transmuting spirit to our changing set of values. This next 3 months is going to be such a change of everyone's values and how they see the world. And I'm glad I did that, because it gives me hope. I wasn't feeling so hopeful today. Now I'm back.
I tossed 6 cards and the energy. I think we're still going to be struggling here with
the realities of what's going on, but
right. Well, the first 3 are showing a lot of continual effort on the battlefront. You know, Ukraine and Israel and other places that are constantly fighting Syria. The 3 of coins, that's all about continual working effort. 8 of swords.
Yeah, well,
restriction. And then the Knight of Swords, that's all about the battles and the military efforts.
right.
And but then towards the end of the 3 months, so it might be the beginning of a year, it feels like, you know, there's going to be some choices. 2 of Swords. Things are coming to an end with a death. And then we have some celebrations going on. So it gives me the feeling that a lot of these conflicts or some kind of agreements are going to be made by the turn of the year.
Good.
Feeling, you know, maybe agreements to end some of these battles and wars, hopefully. I am getting a sense of December, of a moving forward of, you know, not in the mindset of hatred and ending some of this.
I think maybe some of well, like you said, they turned water on going into South Gaza because they cut it off completely.
Right.
I think some of that scorched earth strategy is going to be gone.
Was Eric Prince involved?
No, because he
were reading
Wagner.
Yeah, we were reading Wagner troops trained as soldiers in
Hamas.
Hamas soldiers. I guess it depends where your thinking is going there. As far as Eric,
I'll throw 5 cards and see if I get a yes or no. Because he's training soldiers somewhere, because that's what he does, because he's a jerk. But.
I was also reading, there was, I think it was in Axios, one of those reporting that a lot of money came through crypto to the Hamas groups through Russia. So there's funding and weapons through Iran and money through crypto.
Yeah, what I got on Eric Prince is he's got the this would be a yes, this would be a no, this would be two yeses. So he's still training soldiers, but not where we're thinking. No, this is no on the battlefields we're thinking about. So he's training soldiers in other, like Central Africa and those kinds of places. Not good, but it's not where he's not in this group.
I got some kind of funding, but justice and 2 of cups with 9 of coins. It's more balancing a situation or acquiring funding. Justice is balancing a situation, and then 2 of cups is some kind of partnership. That gives me the sense that he's currently working on something better than evil. And that wouldn't be the current situation.
No.
So it shows he's working somewhere else, but actually to help a situation.
Who knows?
What came up? But I don't know. I think we read on him quite a few months ago, and someone asked why hasn't he been locked up or something. I think we were getting something like he was allowed to continue working, kind of like a shadow thing, for many years. Kind of, like he was an asset doing the work for the government, that kind of feeling. Because it makes no sense of all the things he has done to not be investigated. And it was like, I was seeing it a couple years ago. He was found out to be using a company in the States, and they were retrofitting old agricultural airplanes to shoot.
That's not fun.
And nothing happened with investigation. It's been years. I was like, okay, why that go away, right?
I guess it's who they were going to shoot at. Who knows?
Oh, I know, Angela. They are short of funds, but somehow crypto is still moving there. But that takes away all the focus on Ukraine. Fund another war. Oh yeah, Pegasus, happy birthday. You're saying she turns another year today or something.
Oh, good.
Oh, and Nanette birthday too? Happy day, if that's the case. A lawsuit filed against Binance. Oh, it was on Binance, huh? What's going to happen with the DeVos? Let's see.
Okay, let's see if they're going to get caught somehow.
Nanette is tomorrow. Sounds good. Hi, Kevin. Good morning, my friend. Oh, the DeVos.
Oh, it's a yes and a no. People are going to know about it. It's going to limit. This is their yes part. They have strength and they have organization and training behind them. The no part says that justice is never going to come get them. But especially it's hurt Betsy DeVos because, still lives in her big house and all that stuff, but she's isolated. And they can't work with people well. The second they start working with somebody, that person becomes suspect, and so they run away. So they're paying, but they're not paying. They're not paying like a perp walk in handcuffs.
yeah, I get nothing of any kind of justice or coming for them. I got they were get a sense of they were given the tools to be evil, but they just don't get any justice here. I have a celebration with the Three of Cups, Six of Wands, victory, and the Devil. It's like they were allowed to be evil. It's like on the border of being, criminal, but allowed.
Like their evil is protected by some other force.
Yeah, it's like I got the Magician, Seven of Wands, Magician, and Empress. It's a lot of protection to manifest whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, I have funding with the Nine of Pentacles coming in. Queen of Wands, a crafty one. Ace of Cups, having abundance. And the Fool, allowed to have abundance. It sucks, but it's what they were dealt or allowed to do. They may be restricted with that Devil, possibly, but everything else shows abundance and being okay.
They have to wake up every day in their head. And they can, that's, you've known people who've done really bad things. It sort of eats at them eventually. Do you want to talk about Tommy Tuberville physically? I don't want to talk about Tommy Tuberville at all, but.
What the heck?
Yeah, he's been falling down.
I mean, well, that was that was supposedly when he was a coach. After the bowl game, he lost and he slipped. Someone found that video and brought it up because he's making fun of Biden or whatever. He's like, "Hey, you fell too."
You mean that wasn't a current fall?
No,
that was in the news. Okay,
that was when he was college coach. Prince has been indicted in international charges. Yeah, but he's got to go there, kind of like what's on Putin. He's not in prison. Hello, Flora, from Australia.
Oh, I got kind of interesting cards for Tommy. There is something wrong with Tommy.
Ew.
And his wife's sort of standing. He's got two women are sort of standing by, supporting him, telling him not to tell people. He's got to go find some doctors. He's got to go find some people to get in the boat with to figure out how to work this out. And he hasn't decided whether he wants to do it yet or not. But he's putting himself under an enormous amount of stress, if that's true. I asked if there was something physically wrong with him. And that's a yes. That's a 5 card yes. That's not usual.
Oh. Let's see. He's hiding something. With his life force of the Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the Two of Cups.
Wow.
Gave me the word of he's hiding something. That he might. I don't know what's going to happen, but I keep seeing changes with his blockage with the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. What he's doing to the government and the holds, it's just like there's something changes where I don't know if someone blocks him or Schumer has enough.
They challenge his right to be in the Senate because he doesn't live in the state he's representing.
Something
minor like that.
But yeah, I think he's hiding something with these three coming in together. Knight of Cups in the end, Justice, 5 of Swords, 6 of Coins. It feels like treatments.
He needs surgery.
some kind of treatments or something.
He's got something's wrong with his heart, because I
Yeah.
could feel it. When I was reading him, I felt it in my heart, in my chest.
Yeah. The other cards I had moving forward were 9 of Coins, Hermit, and 9 of Swords.
Wow.
That's 3 9s in a row.
That means you're almost there, guy. Just
Yeah.
keep pushing it.
Contemplating what's going on in his body and what he actually needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't good. I don't think I've ever had 3 9s drop together.
I've had 5 10s show up in a 10-card reading.
Wowzers.
I know. My other friend who reads cards, she said, "Did you tell that woman to come back and tell you what's going on?" She did a year later. She had a whole lot of change. No, he has our. What we're seeing is it's not pumping very well.
He's living off the devil's breath.
Mm-hmm.
These poor people. A lot of these people have no heart to actually. Wondering if he's too proud. What do you mean, Jeff? Too proud of what?
Too proud to go to a doctor. Too proud to admit that he's not feeling well.
Oh, just to go.
Mm-hmm. I think if he does, it's because his mother and his wife, or his wife and his daughter force him to do it. Oh, thank you.
What do you mean here, Dennis? Dennis. Laser attack. Fire the laser? Just curious what that means, a laser attack.
I'm gonna pull three cards and see if I can. I don't know how you laser attack things, so.
How about just a major distraction in the election in April 24? The distraction of 40.
There's a bunch of the big planets that move into other signs, start moving into other signs in April of 24, and there's a lot of talk about that.
Planetary changes April 2024.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And right now we're playing with Pluto again, and as y'all remember, in January 12th, 2020, Pluto, Saturn, the Sun, Mercury, and a couple of those little quasi-planets all were in the same spot in Capricorn. And when they went back and looked at similar layouts of similar conjunctions, they always had plagues follow them. So Pluto's not one of my favorite planets, but it's, let's see, I get that there's nothing that could do it effectively, and they would do it to try to attack the state. So that they may try to create some kind of distraction, but I don't think it'll be successful. And it's not 45's election. I've been reading some of neurolinguistic programming. We need to quit thinking this is 45's election. This is the US's election. We don't want 45. Need to change that thought pattern.
I'm actually hearing after the planet changes or whatever in April, I think I'm hearing in my mind something about attacking Biden. Like the Republicans or Russia or a bunch of misinformation starts hitting Biden hard coming up to election, but I'm hearing it starts in May. Mm-hmm. So it may have a lot to do with the April changes or something, but as far as 45, I don't see him there. It has more of pushing the Republican side and trying to hurt the USA as a whole to continue to try to. It's like this Russian information is still there. It doesn't go away. You know, the bots and trolls and misinformation and trying to change it. It's like, so I got the 10 of Swords, the Empress card, which can mean Russia or bad influences too, and the Queen of Cups, stabbing at the heart of the USA. You know, that kind of feeling. So I had the Devil working with Magician and 4 of Wands. It's still going to happen, you know, like they tried in 2020, they tried in 2016. The Devil's still coming after our elections. Again. Just remember, it's an illusion. I mean, it's a continued effort to try to, for us to get over the fact of, you know, better consciousness and the misinformation that comes out in the atmosphere, to get over it, because just got to remember, it's all an illusion. The polls and everything, still working on soul contracts for the USA as a whole to get better. The 2 of Pentacles is all that misinformation weaving it, but and it's coming from overseas. One, so it just feels like more of that. I don't see 45 involved. I mean, that would have to be a different sense and reading, but I think this has more going against the Democratic establishment.
More chaos.
As long as the bots aren't in there. Senate, you affected. Yes. Let's look at that coming up again.
Okay.
Because it really felt like October was going to be huge. And Jack Smith.
Well, it's ended up being huge, but just not where we thought it was going to blow up.
It's not over yet. We're only halfway home. What's going on with the GOP? Okay. Oh, I'm getting a little blurry again.
Me?
No, I am.
Oh. I get nothing. I don't see them coming close. I think they're trying to get rid of him as the focal point, and I just don't see it happening. Not this fall. But boy, are they uneasy about it. Boy, the Republicans uneasy about it. They're just waiting for their little tower to come down, because they know what they tried to do to the state. But I think it's more a matter if they have to figure out what can they effectively present that'll bring them. And I think a lot of stuff's going to come out in Georgia. Yeah, your camera is having a problem there, Scott.
All right. Yeah, I just noticed it. That spirit energy is moving. And then it makes it blurry on me.
That's a better picture.
I changed it to my laptop camera.
Okay.
Usually
my laptop camera, I'd look like I lived at the end of Ghost Avenue. Man, it's horrible. I have one of those teeny tiny little cameras you stick on the screen, so it's right by your head. So when I'm talking to you, it looks like I'm talking to you.
Usually the webcam's a little better.
Yeah.
But sometimes the energy affects.
Yes.
Okay. Where am I going here? Okay.
The indictment on Congress and the Senate.
Indictments for the Senate. Oh. Justice is looming over them. But I don't think it affects our elections as a whole. I am getting there's going to be losses for the GOP because there's positive energy coming for our government, and the 501 coins is talking about losses, the GOP losses. There is going to be victory for the Democrats. So the 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and my Democrat card, the 9 of Cups. I'm getting like the investigations or arrests. The Knight of Swords is going to be ongoing. I'm getting a sense of February is going to be heavier. Not sure really what that means, if there's going to be more raids or more indictments or something, but my Empress card, it's like Queen of Coins and the Knight of Swords. It feels like a heaviness coming in, but also ongoing. It's like, we're going to get George Santos here. We're going to get this one here, but there is something coming. But 2024 is heavily favoring the Democrats there, though.
Yeah, I asked the question they asked.
On the bottom, I have my Justice Courthouse card. It's all about clarity, life's purpose, balancing, consequences happening. So it's going to be ongoing. I see indictments coming. It's just a matter of when.
What I got was, I asked, would it really affect the Republicans in the 24 election? This was their first card, Scott.
10 of Swords, yes.
And then the next one is them fleeing over the bridge. I think a lot of them are going to want to go spend more time with their family.
Sure.
Their lies are going to catch up with them, their misinformation. And this card for me, the Knight of Swords, when I read it about people, it's always that they're moving their office, they're moving their home, they're moving on. And then my out card was transition, which in your deck would be called death. It means complete and utter change. So yeah, that reading would say, yeah, the Republicans are going to be out of there. I mean, just tons of them. Including the ones who are sitting around now, not working with the Democrats and about to close the government down.
It was Diana, but there was a few I starred questioning about additional charges. A lot of talk about the documents, and special counsels can prove why he had documents. So
I heard an interesting podcast on that yesterday, and apparently there's always a superseding thing coming into the court. And what they're saying is their theory on why what was his motive? They don't have to have motive. They just have to show that they did the act, but they don't have to be able to ascribe motive to people that's not one of the elements of a crime. Since I've never studied law, I have no idea. But they said juries like motive because it gives them a reason, a rationale for why this all happened. They've put forth a superseding plea to the court on him about the documents, and it goes back to when you listen to that whole tape of those women that he showed the Iraq plans to and stuff, the stuff when he went against Milley, they put it all together. They said 2 weeks before, Milley had spoken to the New York Times and had made him seem powerless. And then he found out that they called the Chinese and said, we've got a hand between his finger and pushing the nuclear power button. So Trump was really, really angry that they made it look like he was a little child that wasn't really running the White House, even though in actual fact, he was a little child who wasn't really running the White House. So that's when he took off after millions. So he did that conversation with the women. But in that conversation, they isolated parts where he talked about how he had these things so he could use them to prove who those other people were. So now they don't have to prove he was selling them under the door to the Russians or to whomever. It's enough of a motive that he held on to them to use them against people as leverage. And that's being an idiot. It's being a traitor to the country by showing things around that you shouldn't show around. But war crimes is a different thing. The reason that Bush and Cheney were up for war crimes is because they actually started a war in another country. Okay. I mean, it's not like they thought about it a whole lot. Trump never sent the soldiers into harm's way and killed people and did atrocities. So I don't know how. And remember, you can only be a traitor if we're in a declared war. We can't even declare a budget, much less a war. So
true. But selling information against our government causes disasters.
Oh, I know. I agree it causes disasters. But if you go what the law really says,
right,
is you have to be in a time of war, you have to do this and this and this. So they can get him for misuse of secret documents. And he did. Oh, did you hear in one of his pleadings? I think it was in Colorado. He says he never swore an oath to the American Constitution. That's in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that hearing. Supposed to be October 30th, I think. Or October 20th, 30th, I think it is. Is the Colorado hearing about the 14th Amendment. But yeah, I'm getting here. He did say some things or give documentation to hurt the United States of America. I'm thinking the investigation is still ongoing into 45. And then in the end, it doesn't show any charges of war crimes. And again, I'm getting the sense of death around him, literal death. Some news of angelic deaths. So I get this. I don't know. He is very ill. And
he's having many strokes. I mean, listen to him talk.
Yeah, his latest
rambling. Worse.
He hasn't been doing. In the meantime of doing his rallies, he's been putting out recorded videos. Are just insane, and these are recorded, and he's still not functioning there. So I don't, like I said, I don't sense, any kind of indictments of being a traitor or, that kind of thing, a war crime. But that's probably what the meaning of special counsel has, the knowledge that he was using those documents. Was the reason why. Especially everyone that just shows up at Mar-a-Lago and other places, foreign actors and whatnot.
Wander in the wrong bathroom, you can walk out with all kinds of shit. That's Mar-a-Lago.
From a death penalty punishment? No.
No, this is not the Rosenbergs. No.
No, if he makes it to an end of a trial, he's going to be guilty. That's if he makes it. Let's look at that October 30th.
Okay.
It's the 14th Amendment hearing. I don't know if it would be a decision or if it's just a hearing about it. I have no clue. I just seen it was scheduled to be listened to the 30th.
I'm just going to go I'm going to look at it from the perspective of, does the hearing do anything to help him? Yep.
We'll look at that, Patricia. Alex. It's in the starred questions. Okay. 14th Amendment 3.
Oh, poor Donald. Will that hearing help him? No. 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 It doesn't get him out of trouble either. No, he's gonna even look more feeble than he has. And no. And it's all the people around the hearing are the no's. It's a no. That thing is not gonna help him at all. It's gonna point out some real problems.
King of Coins, Magician, and Knight of Wands in the end. Free energy. My intuition is telling me it's not going to be good for him. Maybe it's appealed or something like that. But it makes me feel like the evidence is overwhelming.
And it might inspire other states.
The Knight of Wands is like overwhelming evidence. Evidence is for the magician. It's very powerful. It's there. Right? There may be more. The problem is there may be more, like appeals or some other hearings kind of feeling. Because I got the Eight of Cups, the Hermit, and Queen of Wands coming in also. Like another strategy, and a leap of faith, illumination, but it's a fantasy. Like he'll lose in the end, kind of feeling.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of throw, but I sense he's gonna lose. But there may be an appeal or something like that, or ongoing hearing, because it doesn't give me the sense of a finish.
Well, it's not going to end it completely, but I think it's going to inspire other people to come in. That's what's going to, other states to come in that have similar law.
They're working on it. I think it's just a part of getting to the hearings.
Yep.
And whatnot. But I'm trying to remember what, I think we talked about that before, but Arizona said they can't do anything unless 2 other states do or something like that. If appealable, he will. Obviously, yeah. It's the name of his game. But it doesn't go well. I sense that big that it's clear. It's common sense, and I can't believe people are fighting it. Judge Chuckin is tomorrow. Oh yeah, the 16th. That's right. Oh, I forgot. Time sure flies.
How will it go? Okay, we're going to ask how it's going to go for Trump, or we want to ask how it's going to go for the rest of the world?
How about the orders that special counsel wants?
Okay.
They want the gag or the partial gag or whatever.
They want to put a sock in it order.
Yes. Congress shall have the power to enforce by appropriate legislation the provisions of other. Yeah, I totally feel juries will be anonymous.
Oh, yeah. Would you put your name on that jury roll? Okay, like all hearings, it's going to be a mixed bag. Their little liars are going to be out front, but the judge is going to make it plain she's tired of sitting or waiting around on these guys. She's going to make some powerful decisions. She's going to say some good things. It's for the majority of us, it's going to feel like a really good hearing, but we're not going to get everything we want. So it's a yes, no. But these three cards, well, these two cards are the yeses. The Empress, which is a very powerful yes, and the Two of Cups with a meeting of the mind. But she's had it with him. She's not going to hang around and wait for another shoe to drop. She's going to go after him with what she's got. So.
Okay. Queen of Pentacles, Magician. Yeah, I'm seeing more orders. We are going to celebrate, but it's not, like you said, I don't think it's complete.
No.
A complete shutdown of what should happen. It feels partial. Magician, 5 of Cups, 3 of Wands. So she has the power to manifest whatever she wants. These losses are bad, threats and everything. But 3 of Wands is searching outward which is right. So then we got 3 of Cups, 7 of Cups, and the Lovers. So it's like the 7 of Cups is showing we don't get everything we want. There is a celebration, though. There is stipulations. Ace of Swords, 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and 2 of Cups. There is an agreement coming in. This one's showing it like a knighting going on.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen? We're going to have this victory. And it's going to be a powerful order of the 8 of Wands with a handed down agreement of the 2 of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
We always sensed it was going to be baby steps. She's going to do this. It's this whole First Amendment thing. You don't want any turned over trial information, so you can
blab it around,
get it thrown out eventually. If you don't do things right, and then you have a First Amendment argument on an appeal, and then something gets thrown out, you don't want that to happen. So you have to be very careful. But I think it's baby steps. I think if he fails after this order, then she's going to be moving things up or completely shutting them down. It's just unfortunate what we're going through because of who he is. But yes, there's going to be agreements made. We're going to be happy about it. But at this current moment, I'm not sensing a moving up of the date. Someone asked that.
No, I don't think he's pushed it that far yet.
But it's in that realm if you don't shush it.
He's not capable of it. The governor went off his brain a while ago.
It's coming out. Okay. We did that. Okay. I don't know who that is, Valerie, but
I do. She's from Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah, you would know. So is she
She's okay. She's
Bad,
not a wackadoo.
bad girl, good girl.
She hasn't raised her voice loudly to make any changes. She goes along to get along. She started in city councils around here, so
help get a Speaker of the House. Oh, we're talking about her helping the Dems, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's a Republican,
but she's not quite crazy.
Yeah, she's a long way from crazy. She's actually a very nice lady. Although Code Pink used to always bother her at her office when she was in Fort Worth because she so supported all the wars Bush put us in. But she's not, I mean, they all did. So,
do you know if she went to Russia in 2018?
I do not know.
According to Rose, she may have.
Mm. Oh my God, she's working with them. She's working with the moderates. She's putting all her power into it. She understands that they're going to lose everything. They don't get this together. And right now it's disturbing her how things are being handled. She's backing either a moderate Republican to get in there, but she's not sure if the move will work, the Two of Swords. Their head and their hearts are fighting, but no, she's not been a whack job. I've actually physically spoken to her. I know she's a person, but you never know. Well, no, I mean there are some that you can be around for a while and you never see them.
Karen has her on her Russia list.
Okay.
Rose is saying July 4th, they used her as cover.
Oh, she's 80 years old too. I didn't realize she was that much older than me.
Kig Ranger.
Oh, she was a mayor of Fort Worth. That's where I met her.
About her. She's got a negative side to her, but I am seeing her talking to people. Talking to others, trying to make some kind of agreement. But there is some, I don't know if it's funding or
she's on the House Appropriations Committee. And she's been under fire from according to what I just saw, because I barely pay attention to politicians that are by me, but it said that she was really getting bashed by the far right GOP for trying to get them to do more moderate things in appropriations and to get a bill through. So
there's some kind of, I don't know if she's ill, or
she's
wanting to go out on good terms or something. Because I have my Empress star card, but then my illness card, and then the resources, either losing money or karma, or she's not getting funding. But I have this card can also mean debt.
Mm-hmm.
But something's wrong with her energy field. But she knows I have knights involved here, along with a King of Swords. There's just some dark side of her, but wanting to work for the greater good here for some reason. I get the sense of ending, like she doesn't want to, like, her legacy to go out bad. She must have been a better person when she was younger.
Well, she was a mayor, and she was closer to the people she was working with. Mayors make better politicians going out and like going into Congress and stuff because they understand more of the what it takes on the ground that the state and local governments need. Whereas if you just pluck someone and throw them into Congress, they have no idea what's going on the ground.
Because I get that sense she got wrapped up in something crazy for a while.
She may have. Well, of course she has. She's been a Republican for how long?
Right. But it feels like something she's going back to her roots to take charge and bring balance to a situation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I get that sense that she wasn't all that bad, but it just gives me that sense of like she's coming near the end. Like she,
yeah, I can't see that I can't see her reelection committee being listed. So
it's just
maybe they're going to run again.
Like she might want to go out with a good legacy, trying to do things right, possibly behind in her own senses, trying to do things. Granger's, oops. Well, that's the Republican way, right?
Yeah, I mean,
GOP senators in Moscow. Wow, she was on that list.
okay.
Candy Thune Days. Johnson was over there. Ron Johnson was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and Ron Johnson. Crazy. Maybe there are some regrets there.
Yep.
We'll see. A white national. Who's Gabriel Hansen? Almost opening is a white national.
I have no idea.
I guess I'm missing who this person is with your comments there. Kind of.
The only reason we know so many obscure Texas people is because I'm from Texas. So, and I know a lot of obscure people.
Almost opening.
She's in Tennessee. No, she's in Chicago. Which one? There's one in, let's see, I'll hit.
Tennessee.
Well, I see her as alderman, okay, from Franklin.
She's running for mayor of who that you found, Nancy?
Well, it shows she's a big realtor. I'm going to see there's another Gabriel Hansen in Chicago, so I'm going to see if, because this one runs a real estate firm. And they've been charged with discrimination.
Oh, you gotta look at this with Kathy D at some point. But anyway,
there's also the other one in Chicago is also a real estate agent.
Well, in the chat, they're talking about the one in Tennessee.
Okay.
So she's running for what seat that you see?
Would be Franklin if she's running in the town she lives in. She's got there was a TV show on her saying that they don't discriminate, and there's also saying she could face censure again for practices in her real estate business. That means that she's not selling to everybody.
Okay.
Oh, she's charged. Okay, I found it. Okay.
She's charged with something?
She was charged with promoting prostitution in the 90s.
Oh. She lived in Chicago too. Oh my God.
She was arrested for promoting prostitution in Dallas in the mid 90s. So it all comes home again. She was answering phone calls for a modeling and entertainment company. while she was attending Southern Methodist, where I went to school. She looks like a woman that would have gone to SMU. They like war paint. She says that she's in the Franklin Board of Aldermen. She said, when I found out what the company really did, I was devastated.
Holy cow. She sounds like a winner.
She looks like one, too. She does. She looks exactly like every woman I ever went to college with blonde hair.
Gabriel Hansen.
She said the revelation of her arrest was no one knew about it because
God.
She also promoted unfounded conspiracy theories about the guy that the trans person who shot up the Covenant School.
Lordy.
And she also recently was caught posting a big media shoot of all these women, she said, who supported her. And a bunch of them came out and said, we don't even know her.
I think I know who she is, and I think I did see a clip of something.
Yeah, she sounds like a winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing people fired up, like you're saying. It's like supporters on both sides. Oh my gosh. See what the cards say, but it feels like she may lose by a little.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got crazies on this side, and normal people. It may fire up enough people to not want her. Like, it feels like she's getting a lot of attention.
So which are we asking? Is she winning or is she losing?
That's your sense. I'm just asking.
I was just trying to figure it out because I'm going to ask if she's going to win.
Queen of Coins, she's got support, but things are coming out about her.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Justice, the Star, and Truth. God. The toss is not giving me a definite answer, win or lose, because I think it's really close. She's trying to hide some secrets yet with the moon.
Yep.
The Chariot and the Page of Swords, I think she's going to turn whatever comes on her, she's going to turn it around. Like a sympathetic mode. The current, I got her backers in the Sun. She's gonna try to turn it into like a war or whatever. Because I got the Six of Wands. It's a victory, but it's an in battle victory. It's kind of what she's doing now. She's
gonna lose.
Stirring the pot. But with the Five of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Star, and Justice, that's feeling like a lose. With the Power of the Truth and a breakthrough coming out, and the Star is goodness. It's nothing to do with her. And Justice is, fairness. And it's not good energy with the Five of Wands. So it feels like a loss for her.
Yeah, I asked if she was going to lose because when I was asking if she was going to win, it was all mixed up. But what shows is She really likes this comfortable life she's built for herself. She's really pissed that people are finding out those things about her. This is a yes, she'll lose. This is a no. Then we get a yes, yes. She loses because the people in Tennessee get strong enough to look at the real picture. She's also losing some of her funding right now. And this is also a yes, she'll lose. It's too imbalanced. People see too much of the way it's going. And they just don't want that on their city anymore. I mean, quite honestly, a lot of them don't care if she's a racist, but they don't want their city being marked with that.
Unreal. Well, it's kind of like the election. Talking about behind the scenes, I was reading. This guy put a long article together about the election in Louisiana for the governor. The guy they voted is basically in because he got over 50% of the vote. But this guy denied the election, and he went through the stats, and that only 1/3 of the Democrats came out and voted. That voted in the presidential election, basically giving the governorship to a right-winger, election denier, because the Democratic committee and whatnot didn't get out the message to people that do vote that, hey, but they agree, though, it's not really going to change the political environment because the two-term governor that is leaving is a Democrat, but he's more like a moderate Republican. So the political environment is not really going to change because, both houses are controlled by Republicans. But still, I mean, maybe the Democrats gave up there, or they don't care about, Louisiana and getting people voting and changing the environment there. But unfortunate, an election denier wins there. Okay.
Somebody asked about what I said about Milley. Milley told the New York Times Magazine that they had talked to Russian officials and told them that Trump's fingers were not on the nuclear codes. So that's not something Trump made up. And that's what pissed him off about Milley. But Milley actually said it. It was printed in an article. All right, go on.
Franklin's a wealthy town. All the country music stars live there. Well, I hope they're smart. Okay. So we've seen or read the Egyptian border there was blocked off.
Right.
So there was an agreement supposedly that to allow Palestinians to come in, but now it's been blown up, or the road is not allowed to go through.
The bridge was damaged. I think it's a bridge.
It's a bridge.
And if your friend's wife has correct documents and can get to that border, they will get her out because they've been moving few people out. But you have to have all your papers together, and it means that the average Palestinian can't walk south and go into Egypt. So.
Jeff seen it was blown apart.
Yeah.
Okay. The guy just showed me some kind of efforts because I'm seeing helicopters come in, like maybe Red Cross or
right, the UN thing. Yeah.
Show me the symbol for the Red Cross. So I think they're going to try with some kind of helicopters. They're not going to get everyone. There's just too many. Trapped at the UN. Oh, at the UN. There's a UN in Gaza?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to get them out for the most part. It's not going to be easy, but they're going to have the strength to pull it off. They have the governments behind them writing the rules to make it happen. And these people know how to have their documents together to get out. But they're going to be careful about that they're bringing out only people with documents. They don't want any of the Hamas to be sneaking out among them.
Yeah, I think there's going to be an operation because, like I said, they're showing me like helicopters going in or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the 10 of Cups coming out first. They're going to do their best to help these. It's not going to be easy with Seven of Swords, but then I got the Sun. The Sun is probably one of the best cards. It's difficult. But yeah. They're not going to get everyone, but the Five of Pentacles, but Temperance, Knight of Swords, that's a military action. King of Swords is a leader. So, yeah, I think they're going to do something here. But it's going to obviously going to have to be some kind of military operation. It feels like a special forces or, because you're going to need support. Will they go Navy ship or fly out of Egypt? Like I said, to me, it feels like a helicopter op or with support. I'm putting my cards randomly away here. Okay. What was that other one? Valerie's saying there's some changes coming for our Mercury alignment.
Yes.
Okay,
Mercury's the only planet that's really moving around right now. A lot of the big planets are sitting stationary to change, to go direct, or they're very slow. They're slowing up a whole lot. So the one planet that's going around and aspecting everybody right now is Mercury. And you now know everything I know about what that does. But Mercury's communication.
Well, that makes sense, Karen. Yeah, they could use helicopters, come in and take them to the ships. Navy ship, if possible, something like that. That could be. Okay. What's coming out?
I don't know what K2 is. That must be one of those little planetoids that gum up the edge of my chart. Like Chiron, and Chiron's not bad, but
Do you want to toss on it or just you good with it?
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my app that does astrology and look at it and see what it says. I'm just going to put that date in. Really, astrological questions should be given to astrologers because they're much better at this than we are.
Well, I think Valerie must have seen someone that talked about things coming to light during this time frame. So,
oh yeah. Steve Judd did a whole weekend. The weekend that the war started between Hamas and the Israelis. He's doing a weekend seminar, and yesterday he put out a 3-part discussion of what a shit show he thinks the planets are in. So. October 18th? It's just the 18th. So put the 19th because that's right in the middle of that. Okay. Set. What she's saying, Mercury and Sun.
The guides aren't showing me anything as far as 45 or anything balanced.
No, and their Sun is not conjunct with Mercury that day either. On the 19th, which is right in the middle of those, the Sun's at 19 degrees. Oh, that's my planets. Wait a minute. Where are the daily planets that day? Transit planet. Sun is at 26 Libra. Mercury is at 25 of Libra. And there's another one, but no, the Sun and the Mercury are conjunct. And yeah, that should help you be able to explain yourself better. So I don't know. Not an astrologer.
This feels like just the beginnings of some things, like planning.
Mm-hmm.
The energy's there with the Ace of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
The Knight of Coins and the Page of Swords is all about new plannings, a new type, you're getting the sense of like the military boardroom and they're sitting here planning on what the next thing to do. It feels like the energy of planning forward. It doesn't feel like things are going to come to light because I don't have like the sun or anything like that. I also got my Hermit Fool. Well, my Hermit here, it's a combination of 3 cards. Hermit, Fool, and the Hangman. I put them all together as one. And it just feels like looking in the mirror, waking things up, but we're going to do things in the future. It just feels like a planning session here with that. It's more like we're in the illusionary time frame.
Mm-hmm.
How to make things better. So yeah, I'm not sensing any explosive things coming out.
Mm-hmm.
This feels chaotic and like how to move forward, period. And it's kind of obvious with the Middle East, misinformation, and Ukraine still going on, and how to help people. Uh, 117 already.
Oh dear.
We did that. Yeah, let's look at the house. This is the speaker, because last week we were getting female cards.
Right.
For the speaker, like, it could be an offer for Liz Cheney or Elise Stefanik or something. Everybody's talking about men. And now we're hearing Monica talking about creating a deal just to get things done, but the Democrats definitely don't want any craziness with the budget coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be part of the deal, if anything. But we need funding and support for Israel and Ukraine. Yeah, I know. Elisa is dangerous. I never sensed her being in there, but
I'm just going to ask if the next one's going to be a woman. Maybe we can see enough. I can see enough out of that.
It could be a part-time solution, and then eventually, because I really don't think any of these Jordan or Scalise, obviously Scalise is out, but any of those being speaker, we might have an interim one to calm the masses, and then eventually there's enough losses in the GOP, and
I want them to realize that there's losses to us by them not having their damned act together. I don't care if they see that they have losses. We have losses. We can't move forward as a country right now because of them. And what I got was the next speaker be a woman. There's the transition card. That's a yes. No. No. So whoever they're looking at is not a woman. My cards don't think it's one.
Well, why were we getting this Queen of Wands last week?
Because maybe last week things were different.
And I guess a lot of people were seeing woman energy being speaker. Keeps showing up in reads.
I'm going to ask if the next speaker is going to be a compromised Democrat, where they agree to a coalition government.
Oh, heck no. Nancy Mace will never be there.
No.
Again, I get a Queen of Wands, or maybe someone behind the scenes is just trying to help the situation. Oh, good Lord. The situation is chaotic. Maybe it's Pelosi we're getting behind the scenes, just her leadership and trying to help. Maybe she's talking to the moderate Republicans and whatnot to, because I have a Queen of Wands with strength and justice. You know, there's a Queen of Wands at least trying to bring balance to the situation and help out. And then I have working on a deal, but we're stuck somehow with leaving the past behind. So the deal is in a stalemate. But then I have something positive coming through with love and light, a new path, and then a knight comes in.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back, Scott.
Sure. So I have a Knight of Coins coming in as speaker. And that's not showing me a man, it's showing me someone with ethics. So it feels like there's an agreement coming up. But it doesn't feel GOP, it doesn't feel like Jeffries. So some kind of agreement coming, I'm feeling. It very well could be Pelosi that's just working behind the scenes and trying to stop this nonsense, but no Republican. Yeah, that could be Karen. Oops. Thanks, Kathy D. Bless you. Okay, we're at 122. We did that. Okay.
I'm back.
The new special counsel. Alex Whiting. 2535 Apple. Austin Scott from Georgia as speaker. Oh yeah, he got voted down right now in favor of Jordan. So what's Alex Whiting doing with special counsel? Is there anything we're doing? Selling secrets? I can't remember what his specialty was, but I guess he's...
It was international money.
Oh, he's the guy that came from The Hague?
Oh, dear. Apparently Trump's in a bit of trouble here.
Of course he is.
They're taking a very unconventional view of this, but they're going to be successful at it. They want to just get him off the playing field. They want to wipe him away. They're hanging fire. Even Trump doesn't know what the guy's really here for completely. And he hasn't, and Whiting has not put all the people together that he needs to. But definitely he's here about selling secrets.
He's a good communicator. It feels like he's a good, trial lawyer and also investigator. So Ace of Wands with the Page of Wands and like a Two of Swords is like, we're going to take a path with him. It feels with the first three, it feels like a, like a seal the deal, big gun lawyer. That's you, Linda. So then it's something he's dealt with before. So whatever his experiences is what he is brought for. You know, he's gonna bring abundance to the situation and, you know, like hammer down on 45 or whoever he's prosecuting. In the end, yeah, 45 is going down and everyone else in there. So I got a King of Swords, the Devil, and Knight of Wands. This is just he's just filling in. Jack Smith is just filling in the bang bang people to just crush the situation. But his experience is going to be invaluable to the team and everyone else involved. So whatever his experience is going to be a bang bang job. $45 and everyone else is in trouble. They have so much information. And I believe these other people are going to be indicted later, these co-conspirators, if they aren't useful. So they're probably just, you know, letting Georgia play out and then continue the investigation, then come in later. Yeah, they're all part of that team. 126.
Thank you, Kathy. I just saw. And yeah. Linda.
Kathy D and Linda. Ugh, I don't want to look at that guy.
Who?
Gates. I don't want to look at him again.
Oh, God, no.
Jack Smith's a national treasure already. It ain't over.
No.
There's going to be he's going to be investigating for years. Okay. Let's bring some inspiration in.
Okay.
We're already at 1:30.
Okay. And people do, since the weather's turning nice and cool, they go out and do things and enjoy themselves.
We've had a cold, rainy week here in southern Wisconsin.
A week ago, it was in the upper 90s. Today, we're not going to get out of the 60s. I actually put a sweater on because I just don't know what the temperatures are doing. They're just.
It's quite a change.
Yeah. We're apparently not going to have any fall. We're going to go right to winter.
Oh, wowzers. Nice cards. We got new beginnings.
Oh, cool.
End of delays. The Wheel of Fortune. There's an increase of our High Priestess. The increase of our psychic abilities and reflections and meditation. To be at peace. And then the Two of Coins. We're going to have, there's balance in making things fun. So that's saying things are going to be moving upwards soon.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess. End of delays and powerful things moving in a positive direction.
What I got was I pulled an oracle card and it says surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, which means learning new things. Isn't that a pretty card?
Yeah.
It's so pretty full. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and own your own life. And that's the Power of Surrender deck.
Ian's thinking those golf courses are finally going to get investigated enough to be taken away in Scotland.
Yep.
God, I hope so. It's been a long time.
Yeah, and the people there have been fighting it since he bought them.
That's been a long.
He cut the water off to some farmer's land that was near it. And they said that, that the government made him come and turn it back on, and he was really pissed off and started dragging their feet. So they just sent in their own engineers, and then they sent him a big bill, and they said, we're going to start taking from your till to cover this bill. So don't fool around with Scottish people about money.
Brilliant garden reading.
Woo-woo. I do them all the time, usually on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock Central Daylight Time.
Nancy doing her thing with her gems.
That's right. I'm still teaching my classes. We're in the 4th week of learning tarot. And I've been doing personal parties because it's the season where everybody wants to drag out the witch. And in the Dallas area, I'm talking to where I used to read in the vintage clothing store about reading there around Halloween to give Gretchen something else to do for Halloween. Her store is really done up for Halloween too. So what else I got going? Teach my class. I think this Tuesday though, my 1 o'clock show is going to be about pendulums, because when I was at the party Thursday night, I had 3 pendulums in my bag that I carry my cards in. And these people said, well, what else can people do? So these 2 people had never touched a pendulum before. The woman held it over her hand, and she kept saying, which way is yes, which way is yes. And it started swinging, and she said, holy shit, I'm not doing anything. And this thing's moving. And I said, well, that's kind of how it works. I get stuff from the energy. And the other guy who was sitting at the table, it freaked him out too. So I decided that was sort of a sign maybe I needed to talk a little bit more about ways to use pendulums. And there's a really cool internet site that has about 300 different charts on it. So it'll be a fun class.
Cool. The fraud squad has already been there. They have taken documents, $68 million paid by the Russians for his golf courses. And Eric Trump admitted to it.
Mm-hmm. Good. And Ian's our man on the ground in Scotland. Well,
yes, he is.
So, yay, Ian.
All righty. Well, everyone have a blessings week.
Yes.
In a few hours, I'll be on the Crone Zone ladies, joining them.
Oh, cool.
Not sure what we're doing, but we're going live.
Yeah, I'm going live with them sometime this month too. And when it's their show, I just show up and say, okay, what are we doing?
Beautiful. All about the energy and being cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Love and light, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye-bye. Bye, Anglo. It's good to spend time with you.